Well, we've got a historic matchup here today, folks. The New York Goblins, the Hudson Valley Ironclads, but this is their first meeting in the off-season for the All-Star break. The New York Goblins starting lineup, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, features John Larkin, as seen there through a Drewski image, but also has Miles Cartoon, Justy Perez, Nick Cowan, John Larkin, Ryan Greenhill, and Desmond Gillick in that order. Two of those Goblins are new to the Goblins lineup, although one of them is actually older than would be expected, but the national anthem first.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare,
Beautiful.
the balls bursting in air, came true through the night.
I think we heard a
That our flag
slight mistake there.
still there.
I think they said gave truth through the night.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free?
It's a very long note being held here.
And the home of the brave.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to get underway here as the teams get into their positions. Hudson Valley Ironclads defensive lineup brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. James Gibbons at shortstop, Evan Clift on the mound, Bursig at first, Tyler Vasquez at third, and Graziano at long stop. Did I get those reversed? No, I didn't. All right. Evan Clift, in the first 3 innings of his last start, he had 3 innings pitched, no earned runs, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. I think that was 1 batted ball or something. I didn't quite catch it. I'm low-key a fraud. They've got some clapping stuff going on. They're trying to psych out these Goblins batters and this lead-up batter in Cartoon, I believe. Could be wrong, of course. Cartoon new to the Goblins, even though he's been on the roster for the past 4 years. But this is his first Shumt Wiffleball League at-bat. He has been in the Shumt Wiffleball League for many years prior, but he'll take a strike for his first pitch. That was a good call by the, I believe, acting manager in the dugout there, Desmond Gillick, as Miles swings at that one. I believe that one would have been down and away regardless, but we might have heard a little bit of contact on the strike zone there, but we definitely hear it there for strike 3. Evan Clift, 1 strikeout so far on the day, looking to keep that magic going as we have, I believe this will be Justy Perez. He had 2 RBI home run last game, but he makes contact with the strike zone on that one for strike 1. We've got some overstimulating gameplay here today, but we have smaller teams than you would normally see. The teams here are just the best of the best and or the replacement level players that could show up to replace the best of the best. All-Star game, missing the reigning league MVP in Justin Ramirez. The 0-1 pitch is outside. It's a 1-1 count. This is a good strike there for Evan. Bit of hurry up. I didn't even catch the windup, really. It's 1-2. We've got people dancing around. I hear John Larkin trying to say that's strike one. We might already get a bit of... That's strike three. That might have made contact. Nope. They're saying that was it. Wait, hold on. What are they saying? Looking at the Chiron here. Nope. Okay, no. Chiron's all set. Bat flip, the strikeout. They are bat flipping strikeouts. This is a rough start to the All-Star game. Hopefully they can get something going here, as I believe it's Nick Cowan stepping up to the plate. Nick Cowan, a last-second addition for the Goblins. He was not a historic member, and he'll take strike one there. Keeping the tradition going, I suppose, of first-time batters for the Goblins going 0-1 in the count. But he'll go and get a hit in his first at-bat, I believe. Wow. They're going to call that a hit. That is a fair ball, and we've got a runner on base. They might count that as a hit, or, as we saw last time, they might rule that an error. Sometimes short balls hit into slightest bit of fair territory might get called as errors if the pitcher gets a hand on it. All depends on how the Chiron operator decides to call that one, but we've got John Larkin coming up here. John, a big offensive potential here. The arguably strongest member of the New York Goblins, even without counting members like Justin Ramirez, or even including them, rather. John Larkin, definitely one of the stronger members here, and he's preparing for his big swing here. First Goblin at bat in over 2 years. It's understandable. I don't think he was at the Summer Classic, as he'll go 0-1 today. I think that's every batter. But note, I think that was the only one that didn't make contact with the strike zone. Neither will that pitch. It's a 1-1 count. But seemingly Evan is throwing away from the strike zone, trying to catch John swinging. And he'll do it again. It's a 2-1 count. Evan probably wants to catch John engaging in some hero ball. And John will come up a hero here. He's made contact. He ran through first. And we've got Cowan running home. They're waving him through. And he will score. John Larkin with a big RBI in his first at-bat in over 2 years. 2 outs. Celebration for Nick Cowan. What a great way to start your Goblin wiffle ball career, your Shumt Wiffleball League career, but also your New York Goblins career. It's his first career hit, and of course, his first score. We've got Ryan Greenhill, the pitcher, up to bat right now. Ryan Greenhill, I believe we may see this, has the Meta Ray-Ban glasses on. We might actually get to see a perspective from the plate. We've got some real baseball chants going on here. Ryan Greenhill walked last game. And he might get walked again. That ball goes outside. It's 1-0. Evan Clift the pitch. Inside. It's 2-0. Evan Clift seemingly losing that strike zone composure. He'll try to dial it back here. And he will. It's 2-1. Good take for Ryan Greenhill there. Can't get 3 balls issued in a row, and he won't get 4, as we've got a 2-2 count here. A deuces count, as we've heard a few people say. And that one down and away. It's 3-2. Oh, way to get out of the inning for Evan as he records his, I believe, 3rd strikeout of the inning. Hudson Valley Ironclads starting lineup: James Gibbons, Evan Clift, James Bursig, Tyler Vasquez, and Ethan Graziano at shortstop, pitcher, first, third, and second base respectively. Sorry, that lovely photo of James Gibbons caught me off guard. The New York Goblins defensive alignment has Nick Cowan at short, John Larkin at third, Ryan Greenhill on the mound, Justy Perez at first, and Miles Cartoon at long stop. Desmond Gillick will be behind the plate, although he's not officially catcher. He is listed as DH for this game. I believe to make up for some other defensive shortcomings from the Ironclads. I'm sure you all saw those Ryan Greenhill last start statistics. It was probably like 2 innings, maybe a little more. James Gibbons went 1 for 2 in his last game. He's looking to repeat that here. That is down and away. I'm sorry, they're saying he went? I guess that's a strike. And that's clearly a strike. Not only swung on, but also making contact with the strike zone there. 0-2. And they're going to call that a ball. We heard a little bit of contact. I believe that was with the base of the strike zone itself. That didn't hit the pipe. Are they saying that hit the pipe? Instant replay there. Not clear. Let's see that slow-mo there. It does look like it makes contact with the pipe, but of course we don't play that type of ball here. Yeah, that definitely does make contact with the pipe from where I'm sitting at least, but it does curve down. It does not hit the actual strike zone itself. Thank you for the sped up there. Oh no, they are going to call that a strike. Wow. So I suppose if it does hit the pipe, we are now calling those strikes. We take those. Evan Clift was 1 for 2 last game, yet another 1 for 2 hitter. Let's see if he can get his hit in the first here. That was down and away, but we heard contact there. Nope, okay, yeah, so that is a 1-0. Let's see what they've got going on here. That was upstairs all the way. An elevator pitch, it's ball 2. Ryan trying to dial in here with the 2-0 count. Finding his composure. The windup. Second windup. And all the way down. That one seemingly just held onto it for too long. 3-0. Seemingly he's afraid to really try to pitch into the strike zone on Evan Clift, and that's understandable. 1 for 2 in his last game. Evan can definitely swing a mean bat. The 3-0 pitch upcoming, but we've got a step off, we've got a step back on. The 3. Hold on now. They're doing some antics here, and seemingly it will help as Ryan dials in. It's 3-1. Evan seemingly a little shaken, but he'll try to keep it up here, and he will. Great composure, great eyes for Evan Clift as he gets the walk. 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the first. Up to bat comes James Bursig. I don't believe we have any walk-up songs, which is why I think maybe that's why Gillick behind the plate there is singing. Bursig went 1 for 1 last game. And I kind of find that a little hard to believe. I mean, maybe he was walked in every other at-bat beside the one where he gets a hit, but, you know. Let's see here. 1 for 1 last game. So technically, what does that make him? A 1,000 at-bat average? Batting average? And that will go as a strike. Bottom left corner. Ryan Greenhill barely dots it. Unfazed by the man on first. The 0-1 is down and away. The Ryan Greenhill Classic, it's 1-1. I believe for the Summer Classic we have a bit different sponsorship, so I don't think I have any count things to read off. But then again, that might still come in later innings. I'm unsure. Ryan Greenhill almost doing the basketball shot, but he's regaining his composure here for the 1-1 pitch. It makes contact. 1-2, right down the middle. And we've got some real defensive plays here. Nick Cowan, if you were watching there, is walking back and forth, digging in the dirt a little. And we've got Evan taking a little bit of a lead off of first, I believe. The 1-2 is swung on, and Nick Cowan makes an actual defensive play. You know, I was clowning on him a second there, but look at that. A successful fielding play, a catch made on that ball by James Bursig. Nick Cowan. You know, I just thought he was, digging around in the dirt a little bit there, but he's actually making it do it. Let's see. This is Tyler Vasquez's first Shumt Wiffleball League at-bat. Tyler not on the Ironclads roster before today, although I could be mistaken. And let's see. The 0-0 is swung on, but they're saying it's foul. Yeah. They're definitely calling that foul, but we've got... No, okay. We heard Miles Cartoon say something to the effect of anytime the Goblins make contact, it's a hit. Seemingly, anytime the Ironclads do, it will be ruled a foul. Or it'll get caught by Nick Cowan. A 1 count, 1 man on, 2 outs. We've got Ryan trying to dial in here. And he won't. Lets that up, but we've got a caught ball with John Larkin. 2 outs recorded through defensive play. Goblins, their biggest weakness in previous years was all on the defensive end of the ball. And this year they've got 2 great defensive plays already in that first. Goblins have 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error recorded. I believe they might have said that Evan hit was an error? No. Wait, what are they saying was the error? I mean, Evan got on board normally and... whatever. Well, Des McGillick was 1 for 1 last game. I believe that was just in what was recorded. That would make the most sense. Well, Des McGillick trying to get another hit here. Let's see if he can do it. The 0-0 is down and away. It's 1-0. Evan Clift will go outside again. It's 2-0. Maybe a little afraid to throw into Gillick here, but at the same time, we also know that Desmond has that 1,000, as listed at least, as he takes ball 3, has that 1,000 listed batting average through going 1 for 1 last game. That is a submarine pitch trying to graze the bottom of the strike zone, but that will be a successful walk for Desmond Gillick there. So I believe that's on-base percentage is now 1,000 for this game as well, if we're counting that. Although the batting average would be lowered. Oh, they've seemingly muted the game. That's odd. I don't know if that's telling me to be quiet as well. I wonder what could be being said. Did I get muted? No, surely not, right? What could be being said? I think... Yeah, okay, no, we're back. We're back. Maybe there was just a loud noise or a plane flying overhead. And that's strike 1 there. We've got some tung 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 sahur chants coming out from the wiffle ball. Oh wow, that is a big hit, and was that dropped? Was that dropped? Is that what they're saying? Tyler Vasquez seemingly dropped that. Wow, we've got 2 men on. As Miles, I believe, just got that hit. I could be wrong, of course, because we didn't hear... Oh, maybe it was muted because they had real walk-up music, and the real walk-up music is what needs to be muted. Now I understand, I think. I also think that's Ryan Greenhill walking back from wherever he was at as the count goes 0-1. Yeah, Ryan Greenhill in the white hoodie in the background there. I think he probably went to his car and had to get something. Justy Perez goes 0-2 in this at-bat. He'll try to dial it back in for the 0-2 count, but he won't. It's a clean 1-2-3 at bat for Evan Clift there. 3 strikes, you're out. Not counting how many strikes he has so far, but it's pretty good. Pretty good outing today for Evan Clift, even with the initial walk to Desmond, and then I believe the hit being led up to Miles, although that could easily be called an error. Someone who might not get aboard on an error is John Larkin, who will be thrown away from. It's a 1-0 count. Goblins have the 1-0 lead currently, and now John Larkin looks to extend that with a decent hit, and we've got a bit of a fielder's choice gone wrong there. I believe Evan Clift was looking to get the runner out at third, but he could have also had the runner out at first. John Larkin gets on base there. And now we've got... Who's coming up? Ryan Greenhill to bat?
Record my Grand Slam.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, they've got some deep hopes and deep implications for Ryan Greenhill here. He's got batting gloves, maybe? Is that what he's doing? I can't tell. He's got something in his hands, but we don't have a second camera angle to back that up, so. He's putting the hat back on, and he's walking up. He's got the fit on. James Gibbons covering him up from a defensive standpoint, but at least we'll be able to see the strike zone. Oh, we won't even need to. That ball is hit. Desmond Gillick will come around to score, and I believe everyone else holds up. That is likely going to be a hit against Evan Clift, although I believe he tried to make a play on the ball. That might get ruled an error. Only time will tell. But now we have Nick Cowan up. Nick Cowan got a hit in his first at-bat. Let's see if he can keep that batting average high. Bases loaded. 2-0 game, and he does record a hit. Vasquez in to make the play at third. And I believe that's now 2 outs, 3-0, and we've got 2 on. Might also be a fielder's choice, although I doubt it will be, because Vasquez obviously had the shorter distance to go to third there. Yeah, 2 outs, and Nick Cowan, I don't know how that works with batting. If it's a fielder's choice, I believe that gets scored as a hit, but once again, I could be a little wrong there. We've got Desmond Gillick back up to bat. The problem with the smaller rosters today is that we're going to be seeing a lot of batters retake at-bats in the same inning if, of course, they get hits and get men on. The 0-0 is swung on to make it an 0-1 count. I believe this is Desmond Gillick up to bat right now. I believe so. It should be John Larkin, maybe. Well, it all depends. It all depends. That is swung on, fouled off. It's an 0-2 count. Evan now dialed in to the strike zone, trying to get the most out of this as possible, trying to get out of this inning with less damage dealt than already has been. The 0-2 is strike 3, and that gets him out of the inning with just 2 runs scoring. Could have been a lot worse. Could have seen some grand slam action there. Ironclads are counting those as errors, as to be expected. Definitely the one dropped by Vasquez earlier, but I do believe they might call one of those fielders' choices an error, even though, the error just comes in decision-making of not making the throw in time, as opposed to the dropping of the ball or something to that effect. Ryan Greenhill now pitching to Ethan Graziano. I believe that ball made contact and is fouled off as opposed to being a pure strike 1. Ethan Graziano, brother of Max Graziano, who played for the Ironclads in the summer. We've got an 0-1 count for Ethan Graziano, and the pitch is swung on. It's 0-2. Bottom of the second here now, as Ryan Greenhill may start to gas out. Famously, he is a bit of a weak pitcher the longer the games go on, and wow, Ethan chases that one all the way upstairs. He's trying to get a run on the board, I'm sure. He's trying to just get on base, trying to help out his team, but I believe he swung at what would have been 3 straight balls. So perhaps it would have been better if he just kept the ball in the designed spot where it was going and kept his bat on his shoulder. I can't really tell who's coming up to bat. I believe we're back at the top of the lineup here as James Gibbons comes up to bat. And we've got some trouble on the defensive side. I believe they're coming in. I believe the third baseman is coming in, and John Larkin. They're trying to play this in. They think he's going to get a hit here, and we're watching this one. He swung at one upstairs, much like Graziano did, but maybe for better reason. Gibbons, as is proven so far, the better hitter of the 2. We've got an 0-1 pitch coming, and it's outside. Good eye from James Gibbons, and it's a 1-1 count. These are the problems, of course, with Ryan Greenhill. If I remember correctly, that's 5 straight balls, but he might get bailed out by some poor swinging decisions. He won't there, as that one's down and away for 2-1 count. I believe Desmond Gillick is in the defensive lineup right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that is him, I believe, at short, so that was a defensive change. I don't know who had to leave. Perhaps it was Miles, had to go down to his car, which is why Gillick isn't behind the plate there. And that is a third straight ball. It's a 3-1 count. Yeah, so I did catch the problem with the Goblins' defense. Seemingly the Chiron hasn't caught it, but that's fine. We don't care. Just so long as commentary catches it, it's all good. And whatever I don't catch, the Chiron's got me. 3-1 is all the way outside. It's a walk for Ryan Greenhill. Second batter of the inning walked. Third batter looking to drive him in and cut this Goblins lead down a bit. It's Evan Clift. I think he got walked in his last at-bat, although he might have also gotten a hit. Regardless, he did get a board at his last at-bat, I think. It is a one-out inning so far for Ryan Greenhill. We've got some of the balls being thrown back to Greenhill here. Unlike in the majors, we don't have an umpire to just sit there and constantly throw to the pitcher, so we gotta have some slight breaks in play in moments like these and make sure that the pitcher gets all the balls that he needs. We've got some other storylines in the league so far, other than the new player in Miles' cartoon who currently isn't on the field. I think they just said Ethan Lee's name for a second, the former MVP, although he's not here. When they said Ethan, they were talking about Ethan Graziano. Ethan Graziano, I believe, is the next batter up, although I could be wrong. Of course I'm wrong, because he was the leadoff. Oh, but they have Ethan going to be the catcher, the fill-in for the catcher position. Catcher / behind home plate. That one, 0-1. Greenhill dialed in after what feels like 2 minutes, and that will get scooped up. Throw to second is not in time, and Evan Clift will get a hit. They do their Oni plays celebration. Oni. Very, very happy about that one. That was a good hit, and I believe Evan is trying to tell James Gibbons to take a bit of a gaunt, take a little bit of a lead off there. Jaunt, not gaunt. Gaunt, a different word in the English language. This is James Bursig here. As I believe was shown last time, he had a hit in the previous game. He's trying to get another one here. A hit here could eat away at this Goblin 3-0 lead, and still 1 out at the inning as Bursig swings at that and actually loses his bat on that play. He's very clearly trying to drive home some hitters here. He's trying to tie it up here. A home run here ties it. But of course, even just a normal batted ball in play could result in a run scoring, as James Gibbons, the runner in scoring position, known for his speed on the Ironclads. That ball is hit high, and they're looking to replicate some great defensive plays, which I believe they do. That is 2 outs, and they're saying 3, because the catch was made in the air, and then they covered first on that play. Clift, who was already off bag, had to run back, but I believe they're counting Clift as the hit for that inning. Very good stuff. I might be wrong, though. I think Clift got walked. This is the stuff where, you know, they don't have the fun little 0-1 stuff next to the name of the batter, and why would they? Because I'm supposed to keep track of all that stuff, but I'm a fraud. I can't tell who's up to bat right now. I think it might be Justy Perez, but I could be wrong. It's entirely covered by James Gibbons. We can see the strike zone, and we can see that ball fly past it. It's 2-1. I'm almost positive that's Justy Perez. And he's a lefty, too, so that should also give it away. It's 2-1. And the Goblins are maintaining their 3-0 lead, trying to add to it here, but they won't in this instance, as that ball goes for a strike. It's a 2-2 count in this top of the third inning. Third of the game already underway, and a third strike issued to Justy Perez there. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, and when you're playing Shumt Wiffleball. There are other concerns, though. Specifically, I don't know if Miles' cartoon is back yet, so he might need to do some shuffling of the Goblins' offensive lineup here to make up for the fact that Miles' cartoon isn't back yet. I believe it's Nick Cowan up to bat now, and he's doing some nice shakeouts there. He's trying to loosen up his wrists, prepare for a big hit incoming. Tyler Vasquez back to third. And the 0-0 pitch is swung on. I believe it made contact with part of the foul, probably a pole or something. Probably hit the pole of the strike zone there. We can see that one hits the bottom left corner. But we also saw Cowan swing at that first pitch, so would have been a strike either way. It's an 0-2 count. And that one, I believe, is 0-3. That wasn't a strike that made contact. That was a strikeout swinging for Nick Cowan. And now we have John Larkin back up to bat. It's been a 1-2 inning so far for Evan Clift after the 2-run scoring at the top of the second. Evan Clift trying to get out of this one without even a hit issued here. It's a 2-out inning so far, and the 0-0 will be a first pitch strike. Return to his first inning form here. Evan Clift dialed in. James Gibbons blocking the plate, but we don't need it there. We can see John Larkin swing and miss. It's an 0-2 count. And they're trying to tell John Larkin to relax here, but seemingly Evan Clift is relaxed enough. He will just barely miss the corner of the strike zone there, I believe, as that one goes 1-2 for a ball. The 1-2 pitch is swung on. Almost. Oh, they're saying check swing. They're arguing for a check swing here. We can't really see it because are they saying? Hold on. Rock, paper, scissors here to determine the strike. Best of three, best of three, best of three. Okay, well, we heard some disappointment there from Evan Clift and some blue language. And we've got Larkin stepping back into the batter's box. So that does go for a ball, and it should be a 2-2 count. But who's counting anyway? They definitely caught the fact that it wasn't strike three, but they caught that was strike three. They say ball don't lie, and on that 2-2 count, Evan Clift will strike him out. I catch things every now and then. I don't catch them all the time, but when I do, it's fun. Yeah, got through that one with no extra hits given up to the Ironclads, who have already committed 3 errors on the game so far. Once again, I do think a lot of those come from fielders' decision-making rather than some elements. There's not rain on the ball or anything like that. Although, admittedly, the infield grass, there is a difference here. Oh, Evan Clift 3 batters away. That's very fun. Very fun. Thanks for that graphic. That's good graphic. Thank you to our lovely graphics team here. The infield grass, that's the notable thing. This is a different field, and we'll actually see the infield grass in play here as I believe that's Tyler Vasquez gets aboard. Wow, yeah, that was Tyler Vasquez. Records a hit, gets aboard. But the infield grass, this is a different field. This is listed as the Ironclads home field for this Winter Classic, for this all-star game of sorts. We're at the Ironclads home base, and they have I believe a softball field traditionally, and so they have infield grass, whereas the Goblins have pure dirt all the way through. Look at Ethan, learning from the last at-bat, chooses to keep the bat on the shoulder there. Vasquez records a hit, and Ethan could get a walk. Threw a bat at the batter. They're encouraging a mound charge. I should say that should probably be counted as a strike. That one will be. It's 1-1. Yeah, throwing a object at the batter and then making contact with the bat. In theory, that should be a strike, and this should be an out if defense can work there. Runner will advance, but a runner will be out. That is a classic play, and a play that can really only happen because of the way this field is orientated. This grass is soaking up a lot of the impact on these little dribbler hits that would otherwise go deeper into the field. So for defensive plays like that, things that would have otherwise skirted by the pitcher if it were at the Goblins' home court, is now being scooped up by the pitcher, and throws are being made to first, second, and third. Our short and long stops don't have as much to do other than catch balls in the air, and there won't be any balls batted in the air as James Gibbons takes that pitch for ball 1. James Gibbons now, I believe, just barely getting the strike called there. That was high and inside, but clips the top right of the strike zone there. Gibbons gives a practice swing and gives a real swing now as that ball goes right into the hand of the shortstop, who does not make the play at third. Runners on the corners. This is a good moment, and I believe I hear the voice of Miles Cartoon, who I believe is back, but I think he might have gotten the NYC Puffa there. I think he's the one in the jacket for the Goblins, who I believe was just covering second, but is now going back to long stop. Yes, a skilled craftsman is complaining about the hardware. An unskilled craftsman, rather. And now Evan Clift is at bat. 3 batters away, and now here he is trying to tie up this game. A home run will do it. Any batted ball will likely score a run. And it is 1 out. Greenhill trying to dial in here, using every trick in the book. We've got other tricks, a little bit of jumping there, but that won't bait Evan into swinging. That'll be a 1-0 ball issued at the 0-0 count. Am I hearing like... No, I'm not. I'm going crazy. Unless if that is at the stadium, I can't tell. It's 1-1. Am I hearing like... No, I thought there was a smoke alarm. Oh, they've got a bit of fire going on here. And a bit of a defensive shortcoming there for the Goblins. Yet another fielder's choice. The run will score there because they don't have anyone covering home plate. I believe Gillick takes himself out of these situations. Gillick, a infamously weak defender, not wanting to cover the home plate there, because if he were to, that could easily result in errors, run scoring that otherwise wouldn't. So when Larkin looked to home, I think Gillick said, hey, try to make the throw to second, and by that point, runner had already advanced. Gibbons on second, Evan Clift with a hit and RBI there, and now we've got James Bursig walking up, and we heard a walk-up song there, which was lovely. So 1-0 ball there to start out this plate appearance with 2 men on. This could very easily turn into a situation of having the game sort of get away from the Goblins here. Score is 3-1. That's what they're trying to establish on the field there. A lot of numbers being shouted back and forth. It's a 1-0 count. The game is 3-1. We're at the bottom of the third with 1 out. 1 strike. The runner on second is James Gibbons. As we've heard, he is one of the faster players in the league. And a good hit from Gibbons here would... a good hit from Bursig, rather, would allow Gibbons to score. It's the problem with the 2 Jameses on the same team, but admittedly they do have good synergy. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit of that synergy here, but Bursig obviously won't swing at that one as it goes for a ball. All the way behind Bursig's head, it's 3-1, but he will swing at that pitch. The throw will be made to the first baseman there in Perez, and that will be the second out of the inning, but the runners will advance. Gibbons, in theory, could have gone around to score, but he chooses to hold up, and that's arguably the right play here. I believe it's... Who is it? Is it Vasquez? No, it's Ethan. Ethan. Graziano comes up to bat now, and yeah, they gotta see. No, oh no. They've figured it out. It is Vasquez up to bat. Did Vasquez not bat at the start of this inning? Oh, but I think Ethan did too, right? And he did the whole bat on the shoulder thing, and I complimented his discipline, whole thing. But now, for Tyler, this is a big offensive position to be put in. Any swing here will likely let a runner score, and as we've seen, Gibbons' speed can get to home plate likely before they can make the throw to first. They won't even try on that one. It will be all the way outside, 1-0. All the way outside and down, notably. That pitch seemingly just stayed in Greenhill's hand a little too long. This one likely won't. We see a bit of shaking of the wrist there. And that one will be swung on, and runners will go. Wait a minute! Are they saying they made that catch? Wow! Goblins, famously weak defense historically, and yet, wow, a diving catch from Nick Cowan there. I would love to see a bit of a... No, they've got standby on the Chiron. They're trying to figure this one out. But, no. What are they saying? What are they saying? No. They're trying to figure this out. I think Nick Cowan does make that diving catch there, no? But Vasquez on second. No, they're not saying that. Let's see. Are they going to reset the out counter? No, they're saying a run will score. No outs? Were there no outs earlier? No, they took a run away and 2 outs. We're back. Are we back? But what was the... No, okay, no, they are counting that. Okay. I mean, look, no one's complaining, clearly. This might ruin the integrity of the game in its final moments if this were to come to some sort of, like, overtime, you know, shootout, high-scoring affair. But whatever. I mean, no one on the day counts it. No one on the day will count it. I think they did have the right count a moment ago, though, right? I mean, they totally, like, verbally had a whole bit when it was 3-1. They were like, oh, it's 3-1. It's bottom of the third one out. And then they saw another batter get out. Oh, whatever. Graziano, I think, staying true to the learned method of keeping the bat on the shoulder here. Runners in scoring position. Both Vasquez and Clift could score if Graziano records a hit here. The 1-1 will go down the middle for a strike. Wow. You know, this is what I love about the Shumt Wiffleball League, as, of course, that will be a strike to get out of the inning there. It's the fact that in situations like this, I mean, no one really cares. No one's keeping count. I mean, that is like as clear a day. That is third out. That was a great defensive play by Nick Cowan, too, to end the inning. That just doesn't count. And I think there's a certain lovely beauty to that. You know, because even though the Goblins will occasionally try to say, oh, that's a check swing, in moments like that, they'll just miss the third out entirely. It's a 1-0 count now as Evan Clift tried to go for the bottom left of the strike zone, but threw a little too low. And this one he throws a little too inside. It's 2-1. 2-0, I'm sorry, 2-0. 2-0 the count. None out, and that one will make it 2-1. We didn't get to see it, but we did get to hear it. James Gibbons blocked the strike zone on that one. And that one will make it a deuces count. James Gibbons there doing his best Nixon impression. And now he's doing a little dance. Doing a little dancey dance. 2-2. Peace signs. He's a hippie, folks. They're calling him a hippie. 2-2, Ryan Greenhill looking to get a hit here. And he won't. What do they call the contact made with the pole? I think earlier we established that it was a strike, but now I guess it's a ball. Once again, hard and fast with the rules here until they really matter, and then it gets real heated. 3-2. The full count pitch is outside and away. Evan Clift seemingly wanting to catch Ryan Greenhill swinging at that, going back to the well that we saw in that first pitch, but unfortunately will walk the batter instead. Goblins are in a bit of an odd position. A 3-2 game could easily balloon out of control. They want to get some more hits in on the offensive side of the ball, but they have slightly less powerful hitters. But one batter comes up here with a powerful walk-up song. It's Iron Man, and it's Desmond Gillett.
Ashkenazi Jewish bus driver upon me cutting him off in traffic.
What was that? Ashkenazi Jewish bus driver? Oh, did that make contact off the bat? That totally did. Oh, no, never mind. Whoa. Whoa, folks. Can't see out of his left eye, folks. Whoa, they are heated. I know a moment ago I said they play hard and fast with the rules until they don't. That's one of the moments where they don't. I thought we heard a ding on the bat there, I thought, but seemingly that was the sound of the ball hitting off of Gillick's head. They're counting that as 2 balls instead of issuing a walk. That was a hit right to the head, allegedly. Wow. They're not replaying that, folks. And that one will now be issued for a 3rd ball. Ryan Greenhill steals the first bag of the game, I think. Yeah, James Gibbons points to it, realizes that a base was stolen, but they forgot that they had a runner on as Gillick here takes his first strike. It's 3-1 count. Vasquez doing a little dancey dance, and the Goblins trying to get some composure back after that hit there. Aura Farm bat flip on the walk. The jog to first base. None out, 2 on, 1 runner in scoring position. And now we've got Nick Cowan up to bat. Nick Cowan, one of the most surprising Goblins that we've seen so far. He was not on this active roster for years, and he was only added, I believe, with 2 days left before this game. And he will get a hit there. The throw to third is in time, I believe. But regardless, runner will advance. Wow. Gillick now on second. Nick Cowan gets another hit of this game. And some good defensive plays finally being made for the Ironclads. A lot of those earlier questionable plays, a lot of those earlier moments of holding onto the ball. Now seemingly they're working out those jitters, trying to get the defensive synergy that seemingly the Goblins are able to reproduce. But now the Goblins are looking to reproduce some earlier offensive success as John Larkin comes up to bat. Does he have 2 bats in his hands? Is he doing the 2-bat double swing thing? I think he was. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that. He's got the blue bat on, and I believe this is the sounds of, what is this, Dr. Gabba is playing? That's his walk up there? That's fun. Yeah. Whoa! Evan Clift losing his...
Are you saying this?
Wow, Gillick is not happy about that. Well, okay, I guess that's just counting as 1 ball. Gibbons right back to doing a little dancey dance, covering up the entirety of home plate, the batter, and the strike zone here. Moving to the side, we get to hear that one went for a strike. Gillick is not happy at second there. Gillick is not happy about that one. Yeah, so I guess a hit to the head is 2 balls, and that is a second strike. But a hit to the shoulder is just 1 ball. Admittedly, it's wiffle balls. At the end of the day, there's no real risk of injury except for Gillick, who claimed he couldn't see out his left eye. That is a 2-2 count. That ball down and away. 2-2, 2 on, and just 1 out at the top of this 4th inning here for the Ironclads. That one will go down and inside. It is a full count. A walk here loads the bases. A strike here puts him up 2 outs and 1 to go. The full count. Oh, look at that. A bit of a throw there to the pitcher's mound. As Greenhill gives Clift a ball, and I believe that made some contact with Clift's hand. That might throw him off for this 3-2 pitch. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on! Wow. High and still swung on. Larkin there mentally stressed out. Really wanted to get every inch of that ball. Drive in some more scores. Boost this Goblins lead, but now in this top of the 4th, we've got, I believe this is Cartoon coming up to the bat. Yeah, I believe this is Miles Cartoon. I believe he's got the blue bat as well. We haven't focused so much on the bat choice of these hitters so far today, but yeah, this is a big moment here. Big moment and a big bat trying to get a big hit and drive in some more runs. That is a big whiff on that one. It's an 0-1 count. Cartoon, the other new addition for the New York Goblins, and he'll try to get a good hit here. But he will instead, look at that one, upstairs and to the left. And that is an 0-2 for Miles Cartoon. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, down and away. That will end the inning. 3 outs. Not 3 up, 3 down, but instead, bit of trouble there for Clift. 2 batters hit in that inning, but oh, we cut right to the bottom 4th there. Thank you. I suppose there must have been some sort of big long wait for us to not see that ambiance there. And is that a batter hit?
That's 2 balls.
Wow, they're saying that's 2 balls because the batter was hit in the head. Right on the jaw from Gillick, thank you. They're only counting it as 1-0 on the Chiron, so yeah, Gillick says he was seeing stars because he got hit right on the eye socket there, his left eye. Fun fact about Desmond Gillick, he's actually legally blind in his right eye, so if he were to go blind in his left, he would be fully blind. Legally, he still has vision in his right eye. It's just like a 40-20 type deal. More like 120, really. Whoa! Swung on and popped up and dropped by Ryan Greenhill there. Wow. Nope, never mind. Never mind. They're saying that's an out.
Not much we can do about that.
What are they saying there? What are they? The Gibbons is on the bag.
Down with him. Don't hurt him now. Oh, no.
What are they doing? What are they? Nope. Yeah, no, they took that back. Yeah, he dropped it. He dropped it. Yeah, Chiron operator there. Got a bit ahead of himself. Props to the Chiron operator, though, for saying that one out and then having the runner on first graphic disappear so fast. You know, we don't give him enough credit sometimes, and I feel like we should. Miles Cartoon there, I believe the DJ, the one playing the music we're hearing. And he's getting down and groovy with it, as is John Larkin there. Wow. Okay, we've got Evan Clift up to bat. Evan Clift less than a batter away. He's currently up. Just looking for the first pitch from Ryan Greenhill. And it is a 0-0 count. Greenhill, after going back to the dugout, comes out and lets up a hit there. Cowan scoops it up, but no need to throw to third. That one will just advance some runners there. And now everyone's saying it. Yeah, ball game's got to get interesting. 2 men on, none out. Bottom of this 4th inning. Greenhill famously has a wall, and he'll hit it. We might be there already. Greenhill might have been stalling strategically going back to the dugout. Might have been, you know, still mentally shaken up by dropping that ball on that what would have been first out of the game. Bursig up to bat now, I believe. And he'll swing at that one. No good. Foul. They go back. And I believe we've got another muted situation going on. I wonder why. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Ryan Greenhill. The 0-1 is outside, all the way out, and all the way down, in fact. Another one of those held onto it too long pitches. It's 1-1. They don't even call them wild pitches in this league. They just call them pitches. Just a glimpse into my wild mind there. 2-1. I don't believe Buffalo Wild Wings is paying me to say anything more than just the offensive and defensive lineups, but my mind is fully Buffalo Wild. To me, the wings at Buffalo Wild Wings are just wings. 2-1 is upstairs, and that will be a 3rd ball for Ryan Greenhill here. A strike here could dial him in, and a ball here would load the bases. The 3-1 pitch is down and away. That is a 4-1 walk, but I think I just saw Greenhill put up 2 fingers, as in this is his 2nd ball. That can't be right. Bursig knows that he saw a lot of balls here, but nope, he's choosing to stay at the base there, and no one's really catching it.
No, the first one was a foul.
They're saying first one was foul. 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, I guess now 3 balls and 2 strikes? Nope. Okay. All right. 3-1. 3-1. This is what's lovely about the footage, of course, is that we can see all the moments where they're just straight up wrong on the count. Well, now the 2nd 3-1 pitch is swung on. Wow! And the scoop and throw to first is in time. Runners will advance. Yeah, runners will advance. Are they? What's up with the Chiron? Are they saying that Bursig made first base there? No. Chiron's just got to update a little bit. Yeah, the runner at first is out, and now a runner is advanced to 2nd. Not men on the corners yet. 1 out. So, you know, in theory, that could have been better for the Ironclads there if that hit went through and Gibbons were to score. You know, I didn't even mention the whole, Gibbons is lightning fast thing, because, you know, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse there, because we've yet to see him really use those wheels, but regardless. Vasquez, I believe with a bat thrown in the batter's box, but now trying to get a bit of composure here. 0-0 count. It's a 0-0 count, swung on, and runner will score. And we've got men on the corners. Redfish, Curry, and Non. It's a tie ball game. 3, 1 out. The inning is quickly getting away from Green Hill. And I think they're trying to call a pitching conference there, trying to have some people come in and try to talk to Ryan, try to get him mentally straightened away here. Gibbons to score, daps up Evan Clift at third. And now we've got Ethan Graziano up to bat. Graziano has shown a willingness to swing in high leverage positions. With 2 on and 1 out, Graziano might fall victim to the hero ball trap. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, tie ball game. Did someone just say 2 outs? Are they okay? Well, whatever. If they somehow get out of this with 2 outs, it's very fitting. But they won't need to rely on some trickery for that one. That ball right down the middle. 0-1. Contact made, and the throw to first is in time, I believe, is what they're saying. Clift scores. What are they saying? What, are they saying that would have been foul, but Graziano kept running? They're saying they counted ones that were hit down in the dirt earlier. That's now 2 outs, but another runner will score. Vasquez, the only runner aboard at second base right now, takes a bit of a conservative lead. Just trying to outright take third here, and likely will. Oh, unless if they're saying that, nope, does that end the inning? No. No one's going to catch that? Nope. Oh, well. Vasquez totally could have just taken third there. No one was looking. But it's 2 outs, bottom of the 4th.
He tried it before you crossed home. No, it's 2 outs. No, it was a grounder, dumbass.
What are they saying? There's a lot of confusion over this play. Clift is upset.
Show me the video.
They're asking for the meta instant replay, and yeah, they're saying that was a ground ball that was scooped up. Let's see. It's really tough. I believe that's Cowan just standing right in front of the play there, so we really can't see. But we know the throw was made in time. We know the ball was at some point scooped up. It's just an argue over whether or not that ball was foul. But they are calling it a grounder. Tyler back to second base. Gibbons back at first, looking to get a big hit here. Yeah, they're saying. Yeah, I mean,
that's a foul, but it wasn't foul.
They are really arguing over this. They are really arguing, and it's understandable because that's the hit to either put them ahead or below. Ironclads will come out of that with an extra run and 2 outs. So, in theory, in theoretical world, the Ironclads should technically be with 2 less runs right now if that one wasn't hit foul and if that earlier 3rd out catch was caught. I mean, caught figuratively, as in caught by all of them mentally and seeing, oh wow, Nick Cowan caught that for the 3rd out, not because he did catch the ball clearly, but they just recorded it as an imaginary 2nd out, not the 3rd out that it was. 2-0 now, by the way. I just haven't even been commentating on it because Green Hill only now dials it back in with a 2-1, but he's been shaky as of right now. He's trying to dial himself back in, but as we know, he has had some injury trouble in the past, and he will let up a batted ball there, but Gibbons will score. No, they're saying he's out. Yeah, they're saying Perez beat him to the bag, or at the very least tagged him physically. Gibbons out at first. Wow. This is becoming quite a game here. Ironclads seemingly have 6 hits. I think most of which came in that inning. And now, with the top of the 5th coming up, I believe, they're looking to maintain a lead here. Evan Clift now with one of the more challenging positions he's been put in. We're halfway through this ball game, and I lost my train of thought because we've got some ominous figures approaching this camera.
Is it still recording?
Wow. They were... Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Let's see here. None out. Top of the 5th. And that will be swung on, and nothing comes of it. It's 0-1. Let's see. The 0-1 is swung on and caught by Tyler Vasquez. Yeah, the Ironclads seemingly over their earlier defensive woes. Balls are being caught and held onto, and when balls are scooped up from grounders, they are being thrown to the defenders in the right order. 1 down in 2 pitches for Evan Clift so far, and that will be a leadoff strike for Justy Perez. It's an 0-1 count with 1 out in the top of this 5th inning, and that will be a quick 0-2, as I believe that one is both fouled off and makes contact with the strike zone. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, fouled off. Through 5 pitches, Evan Clift has done nothing but throw strikes. But here he throws one inside and will hit Justy Perez. That is 1-2. I think they might be trying to argue that it might have made contact with the very far end of the bat, the nub of the bat at the other end, but they are calling that one a ball. I don't think the Goblins will let up in this instance, and rightly so. That one up and away on some Superman-type stuff for the 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is outside as well, and it will bring up a full count for Evan Clift. Evan Clift, arguably perfect through the first 5 pitches, has quickly found himself spiraling after hitting Perez. It's 3-2. Yeah, okay, so now we've got the 2 balls for a hit thing. That's what they're saying. Because, okay, now they're doing the ball is a hit is 2 balls thing. Yeah. Evan Clift has the right count. He has the right sequence. But Perez is being given the extra ball, at least from the Goblins' point of view, because he was hit. A hit equals 2 balls. We only saw this once today with Gillick earlier. I don't believe they caught that when it was... who was hit? James Gibbons earlier? Someone was hit right on the jaw. I think it was James Gibbons. But they only gave him 1 ball in that instance. But now... Well, wow. Unfortunate. That one would have gone for a ball, but Nick Cowan swung at that one. It's 0-1. Make it 0-2. He'll chase that one outside as well. And wow, I think Perez has snagged second there, although there is some physical violence there. Yeah, they're telling him they can't steal on a strike. Perez, I think, just going na boo boo, doesn't want to hear it. No, he's going back. He's going back. Clift has let down the law. Vasquez asking the audience there. The audience, which is not in attendance for this All-Star game. Bit of muggy weather today, so I think most folks stayed home. But the batters are out in full force. I believe we've got Larkin behind the plate there, acting as de facto catcher. And we've got Cowan still at bat, attempting to get a big hit here. He will make foul contact, but he will not make a ground ball earlier. I believe Nick Cowan earlier hit a grounder basically vertically down, and they counted that as a hit. But here, I think he hit that backward, and it's a foul. It's 0-2. Make it 0-3. It's a strikeout for Clift there. One of his few strikes in this inning to actually find the strike zone so far. Well, okay, that's not true, I don't think. I think a lot of his earlier pitches found the strike zone, but the first 5 did at least. But then we had some slippage from Clift, who had otherwise been phenomenal in this inning. With 2 outs and 1 on, Evan Clift boogieing down to John Larkin's walk-up here. Oh, that's fun. What they're doing now is they're having the next man up act as catcher for the Goblins here. We've got some musical therapy, and we've got a strike recorded there. It's an 0-2 count for John Larkin. We've got Ryan Greenhill in the back swinging, I think, 3 bats. Maybe mentally psyching out Evan, as it's 0-2. And that will be fouled off And yeah, they're saying that's a foul. We heard it, we saw it, and of course, Evan also counts it. It's 0-2. Make it 1-2. I think that one hit the base itself, not the... What did Evan just say? If it hits off the pole, it doesn't count as the strike zone? Once again, they do make the rules on the fly here sometimes, but that hit the base, I believe. And Ryan looking to adjust the strike zone here. In at-bats is a little crazy because Larkin has already been with this strike zone for the past few balls, and now Evan might have to reposition his thrown pitches here to align with this new strike zone, which can't really tell. Can't really tell. John Larkin is standing directly in front of it from our camera's perspective. It is a 1-2 count. A pickoff attempt there, I think, that stopped, and now it is a 2-2. He pulled a Green Hill classic, held onto the ball a bit too long, and threw directly into the ground. That one will ding him. It's 3-2. Once again, with the hits should equal 2 balls rule, they should get awarded the bag there. As I think Perez did. I think Perez's hit by pitch was also just something. Maybe they're saying it hit him in the nards. Maybe they're saying it hit him in the hand. Gut shot maybe was worse. I've seen Reservoir Dogs, the gut, one of the worst places a man can get shot. Right behind the leg, or whatever the line is. Thank you, Mr. White, I believe says the line. It's Mr. Orange gets shot. This isn't spoilers, it's the opening, 30 seconds of Reservoir Dogs. Well, technically, I guess the opening 3 minutes, because you got to listen to the conversation to start. It's a full count, by the way. I mean, we just took a little while to get to this full count pitch. 4-3 ball game. Gibbons trotting out on field to reassume shortstop, and that one is fouled off. This is now, what, the 6th pitch for... No, this might be the 7th. Haha. This might be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Maybe even the 8th. I honestly can't tell, but Clift will find the strike zone on it. It's 3 outs, and they got out of that. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Greenhill trying to find his composure in this late stage of the game. And are they arguing here about how many outs there were? No, seemingly not. It's just, yeah, they're trying to figure this out. But they got it. I think Cartoon is a little upset about this. That's our ball, ain't it? Oh, are they saying some hypothetical Justy should have been the 2nd out? No, that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Yeah, no, that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Justy did get on board normally. We did see three unique batters get struck out in that inning. Oh, but Gillick is running over here. He's not happy about that one. Desmond Gillick coming over with some choice words. What's he going to say?
That is controlling this game. And I ain't talking about Jack, you heard?
Wow, he is not happy. I wonder who he said controlled this game. Jack Ryan? Jack Terapicchio? Jack Ritzenthaler? Jack Henry? Yeah, they're now coming back to talk and try to figure this out because, yeah, Clift did make a slight mistake there earlier by saying that he counted the hypothetical Justy out, but I think now they've come to a conclusion. Gillick jogging back over to the camera. Let's see if he has a change of heart here.
Let the record show I was wrong. I thought that Miles didn't go this inning because he batted at the bottom of the last one, but, you know, it was out of order, this whole thing. I'm sorry.
I wonder what he said then. I wonder what he just said.
Talking about, but he left on some shit.
What is he?
I think he's one of them.
What are they implying here? What are they implying? What well, whatever. It is a big inning here for the Ironclads. They can really drive up their lead here as Clift takes that one for ball 1. Evan Clift at bat. He's been one of their better hitters all night, and now he gets beamed there. I think that hits his head. and that should count as 2 balls. We've got a bit of a mound visit for Ryan here as Miles Cartoon comes in. Might even just be buying him some time. We know Green Hill does need a bit of composure, does need a bit of time to rest and relax. Through 5 innings so far, he hasn't hit a batter other than who was that? Gibbons earlier got hit. So, you know, he's trying to keep his composure. I mean, both Clift and Green Hill have hit multiple batters now, but you know, Green Hill known to let the ball get away from him. Clift actually known to let the heat stroke get to him, but it's not a hot day here. The beautiful part of the Winter Classic is, as he gets walked there, that it's not a hot day. As you can see in the distance, the only trees that have leaves on them are all conifers. Perhaps pine, spruce. They all got needles. Needle is the name of Arya Stark's sword in A Song of Ice and Fire. James Gibbons up to bat now. I apologize. It's James Bursik. James Gibbons, as we can see, is in the dugout doing the little Oni dance, as the Goblins do it as well. The Oni celebration for getting on base is already being done. I think they're predicting a big Bursik hit here. But, yeah. Nick Cowan doesn't even look at the play going on. He actually looks overhead at what is presumably just a plane flying overhead. Let's see here. 0-0 count. Runner on first. Bursig to bat. Green Hill trying to regain some composure here. And do we have people coming to the field here? I don't know who these are. These are Ironclads. They're going back to the Ironclad dugout. That is a swing and a foul ball. Justy Perez tried to make a play on it. Couldn't do it. They're talking about bacon, egg, and cheeses on the field there. I'm actually a bit hungry myself. All I had today were some old onion rings. So it would be nice if I had some food in my commentary booth. I don't want to eat while on the mic, and as we've seen from some of the editing here, they're not giving me a lot of time in between innings, so, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we got Bursig bouncing up and down. He's a little angry that this 0-1 pitch hasn't been issued yet. And I can understand it clearly because I'm getting a little fed up here too. Greenhill, the 0-1, is outside. It's going to be a 1-1. And this is the problem with Ryan Greenhill. He's really trying, I feel, to pad these innings out, trying to get every last bit of health he can back in between pitches. And he'll do it here as he's really holding steadfast at this 1-1 count. Yeah. I mean, Greenhill now arguing about the count. It'd be easier to remember the counts if you threw the pitches a little bit faster. The 1-1 is pump faked and thrown, swung on, and not scooped up. That'll go in the dirt, and they're actually saying that'll be hit foul. Yeah. Not foul, not out. Not foul, not out, Graziano claims. Graziano says it's on the line, but Larkin, the third baseman, says that it will just stay in the dirt on that warning track there, so. Let's see. Clift is back at first. They're asking to stop the count. It's a 1-2 count at the moment. Now make it a 2-2. 2-2. I didn't know we had ballerinas in wiffle ball. Be here all night. Bit of recovery there for me. I have a bit of a beverage in the booth. Non-alcoholic, I should add. I know when people say the phrase beverage, they often mean alcoholic. Swung on, and that is another one of those short grounders. But a throw made in time? Are they saying that? Are they saying that? And no, I guess an errant throw to third has led to Clift scoring on that. I wish we had a bit of a replay. And Bursig will snag second while he's at it, too. That is an RBI double, an unlikely RBI double, full of A lot of defensive errors. Yeah, this is a clear example of the weakness of the Goblins' defense. We had some great diving catches earlier in this game, had some real heroic plays, but you know, I don't want to talk about curses in sports, but I would say a curse might have been issued when they didn't recognize that heroic Nick Cowan catch for the third out of the inning. They're saying they're commending people for I believe that's Graziano at the plate that's making what are squirrel noises, squirrel and or crow noises. No, I'm sorry. It's Tyler at the plate. It's Graziano in the dugout there. The 0-0 pitch still yet to come. We've seen Nick Cowan do fake underhand pitches, and we've seen a foul ball there for Tyler. Yeah, Nick Cowan, I think, is actually itching to pitch, but I don't know if he'll get the chance to. Bottom of the fifth. No other pitchers out tonight for the Goblins. Greenhill is given the All-Star nod, but he's not given any relievers in this All-Star appearance. At least not any official ones. That's a 1-2. It's that one's down and away. Are they saying that they want a strike there? I don't think the bat was brought around on that. We got the earlier check swing for the Goblins, so I don't think they should be the ones to talk about that. But that one, not even a check swing. That is the third strike rather, and the first out of this inning. And we've got we've got Gillick being arguably the bigger man there by fully admitting that was a third strike. Actually, that's not true, because Gillick has a vested interest in being the. Oh, and now they're hallucinating a second out. Yeah. Okay. This is some Goblins classics here. This is the Goblin classic. Imagine an out. Yeah, they're saying James Gibbons was out, but I don't think he was. Or rather, James Gibbons was... No, yeah, what? What are they saying? Who scored? Did Evan score? Has Evan even gone yet? No, Evan hasn't gone yet. Yeah, James Gibbons scored. I think they're trying to say...
We had the play at the first that got out, and then we had...
What are they saying? What are they saying? They said there's a play at first that was out, and Evan Clifton in the dugout agrees. And yeah, I mean, they're counting it as a second out. I'm on the side of justice, says Desmond Gillick behind the plate there, who has somehow, I think, gotten a second out through, despite me saying he was the bigger man earlier and keeping count on that Tyler at bat. The 2-0 count here for Greenhill. It's 2-1. They're saying it's a check swing, but I believe it went foul. I think it tipped foul regardless. So. 2 outs, runner on second, and James Bursig. Hopefully this is one of those innings where they catch the whole, like, no, there weren't 2 outs thing, but they're not even arguing about it. I'm just trying to remember the order of this inning so far. What, it was a Gibbons... No, it couldn't have been a Gibbons leadoff, right? Because it goes Gibbons, then, like, Clift, right? So. Gibbons, Bursig, Clift? I had the offensive line out somewhere. Offensive line up. Yeah, I think I'm starting to lose it up here in the booth. I'm not really... 3-2 is swung on, and Ethan Graziano will run and be safe at first. They're calling James Bursig home, and rightly so. And Ethan Graziano is running to second. Another RBI double. Another impeccable bit of base running for the Ironclads here. They are up in a big, big way right now. They have now doubled the Goblins' score, taking a massive, commanding 3-run lead. 6-3 ball game, 2 outs. They're saying 2 outs again, and everyone's just agreed to it at this point. So honestly, it may as well be 3-6, 2 outs. Another runner on second Anything Graziano, and another Gibbons at bat. Are they talking about reels right now? Are people sending each other reels during this game? It's 3-6. 1 ball issued. They're trying to get Desmond's attention here behind the plate. Another tung 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 sahur. Wow, this is good. They're talking about reels. This is also another fun part of this ball game, is that we can actually hear what they're talking about. We can also hear when strikes get hit on the strike zone like that. It's a 1-1 count. 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. This game's been going on for a little minute right now, but it's flying by if it wasn't for the fact that Ryan Greenhill... Nope. Okay, whatever. It's 0-1. Well, it doesn't really matter because that hit will be scooped up and no play will be made. Yet another lovely feature of this grass. It makes fielders' choices real pains. Yeah.
6-3 ball game. 2 outs.
Well, as I think we just heard from Gillick there, 6-3, men on corners, 2-out ball game. Clift comes up to bat and is looking to drive one of these runners in, as a batter. Wow, a crazy throw from Greenhill. Upstairs, they're trying to argue that he swung. That cannot be the case. We can't see the sign from Gillick there. No, we verbally heard him say it's a 1-0 count. Thank you. 1-0, thank you. Because, honestly, I mean, he didn't swing at that. If they're saying he swung, that was a defense response. That doesn't count. You know. A hero who ducked out of the ball. That was a crazy pitch from Greenhill. He really needs to have a bit more composure here. That was a... okay, I did hear contact in the booth as well. I think they're saying it clipped the very bottom of the strike zone, which is fair. Do we have an instant replay here? Do we have VAR? Yeah, they're saying 1-1. I would agree. I would tend to agree, because I also did verbally hear some sort of contact with the bottom of that strike zone. Yeah, 1-1 count for Evan Clift. Make it a 1-2 count.
Evan's been 1,000% on base.
They're saying he's 1,000% on base. That might be true. I haven't been keeping... I don't have a scorecard in front of me, so I haven't been keeping track. Scorer's booth is somewhere else. They're with the Chiron people, so... Wow, a 2-2 becomes a 3-2, as that one hits the base of the strike zone. Let's see. I mean, I don't even know if there's a man covering second. The infield is in. Yeah, Larkin has come in from third, even though there's a runner on third actively. And Cowan is basically standing right behind Greenhill. And that one will be a walk to load the bases. Bases loaded, and I believe it's Tyler Vasquez up to bat. Oh no, is it James Bursig? Yeah, it's James Bursig. Bases loaded, bottom 5th, 2 outs. A real hero ball position for James Bursig to be in. We've seen him swing in these positions earlier, James Bursig. A big fan of big moments. He's a batter that doesn't shy away from them. And he is a batter that might need Greenhill to really dial in if he's going to get out of this inning with less damage than's already been dealt. We're at the bottom of the 5th. People are asking how many innings are played. I believe we're going to play a full 9 today, but we've seen overtime games and we've seen games called early before. Games only really get called early for inclement weather or massive beatdowns. 0-1 count now. We missed that a bit visually because of Nick Cowan's positioning, but I believe we'll get... Nope, we won't get Bursig stepping back, but we will get Bursig making contact, and the flip to first is in time. I don't know if they're saying one run will score. They're saying the run didn't score. They're saying the run didn't score. Are they saying the run didn't score? Yeah. They're saying Green Hill made that play in time, beat Bursig to the bag on that. Wow. Very good stuff. Good stuff. And no arguments from the Ironclads, which I respect. Speaking of the Ironclads, Evan Clift back on the mound. It's a pitcher duel, as we've got Evan Clift pitching to Ryan Greenhill, the Goblin pitcher. If you're just joining us, it's top of the 6th in an exhilarating all-star game for the Shumt Wiffleball League. Clift is still dialed in after 6 innings. He will find the strike zone to lead this off. It's 0-1. Make it 0-2. I heard contact bottom left of the strike zone. They might call that a ball, which they do. But we all heard contact. We definitely contact there. It's 1-2. And, yep, Greenhill is walking away from that. That was a strikeout. Evan Clift, brilliant pitching sequence there. Barely clipping the bottom of the strike zone and then finding the dead center a few times. I believe this is Desmond Gillick up to bat now. Desmond trying to dial in and get another hit here. Maybe get something going for the Goblins in this 6th inning. He'll take a ball down and away, and Clift will issue another one inside. It's 2-0.
Motherfucker, you're describing batting cages. What? They need to have top golf for baseball?
It's They need to have top golf for baseball. It's 2-1. That was a good strike. They need to have top golf for baseball. What an all-time thought from John Larkin there. They need to have top golf for baseball. I'm not going to let that one get away from me, but Evan might let the pitching get away from him here, as that's his 3rd ball of this at-bat. 3-1 is outside. 4-1, a clean walk for Desmond Gillick. I think Evan Clift wants Gillick to swing at these, as he's been prone to do. Desmond Gillick can get hits, but they might get called as scoring errors. Well, it is the top of the 6th with 1 out and 1 on. I can't tell who's up to bat right now. Is it Cartoon? I believe this is Miles Davis Cartoon up to bat. Man, that one grazes by his back shoulder. It's 2-0. I think we're seeing some rain rolling in here. Yeah, and that'll be a big swinging strike. It's 2-1. Yeah, we might see a little bit of inclement weather start to factor into this ball game. Something that was not unexpected to start the day. And yeah, he's doing the walk to first base. 2 balls if it's a hit to the head. We have now squarely set that rule in play. It will count as a ball because it gets hit in the shoulder there, but he won't get the trip to first. He will right now, though, as that ball goes outside for ball 4. Runner in scoring position in Gillick, famously not a speedster to the caliber of James Gibbons. But anything could happen here in this top of the 6th. With some inclement weather, we might see some natural errors begin to occur. Slippery balls, wet hands, things escaping defensemen. This 0-0 is now a 1-0, as that ball is outside and high. It's actually away, all the way away. We see Cowan actually all the way outside too, and he finds his way to that second ball pretty easily. Clift is really letting these slip out of his hands, but admittedly they may physically be slipping. Dials it back in there for 2-1, but yeah, we might see the rain start to affect our pitching here, and which is a real shame. That one, I believe, hits Perez for 3-1. So we've gone, basically we're working our way from right to left, and now we're back right. Yeah, all the runners will advance. Bases quickly loaded for Evan Clift here. Seems like the walk for Gillick might become a bit of a trend here, as Evan Clift is trying to dial this up. They're saying to get out the rye bread and the mustard for a grand salami, but This is a position that John Larkin thrives in. Bases loaded. He's practicing his swing in the back there. But also we have Justy Perez up to bat. No, we have Nick Cowan, I'm sorry. I couldn't see him because of James Gibbons blocking my sight as shortstop. And that one will be down and away for a 1-1 count. Nick Cowan might get the grand salami here, which would be quite the honor. Swinging that one no good. Nope, never mind. I guess he won't. I thought I saw a clip of a bat there, but I could be wrong. And I believe that one is a hit to the head. Is that? No. We heard for a second there Cliff say 2-2. Yeah. That might have been a hit to the head for a 3-2, but they may or may not count that. But yes, we did barely see the bat scrape by the plate there. And that's strike 3. I don't know if that made contact with the strike zone or not. Presume it did. Still bases loaded here in the top of this 6th inning. Now is it John Larkin up to bat? Yes, it is. John Larkin up to bat. And the pitch is down for ball 1. Downstairs, a 1-0 ball for John Larkin. And that one down and away for 2-0. Hopefully James Gibbons stays right where he is so that we don't have to guesstimate. And we don't have to guess on that one either. It's 3-0. All right, it is raining a bit heavily, and that one will barely foul off the bat. We did hear it. What are they saying? Oh, but they're saying it hit his hand. They're saying it hit his hand for a ball. Wow. That is good. 6-4. 6-4. Very good. We've got Ryan Greenhill preparing to take a big swing here as Gillett crosses the bag to score on that walk. Ryan Greenhill is really itching to get a big hit here, and it's understandable. A grand slam here puts the Goblins ahead by 2 runs. A decent hit might let 1 or 2 runners score. They do have some of the fastest Goblins up. Miles Cartoon, the runner at third. Former track star, Justy Perez, the runner at second, known to run for his life. We have a big pitch there that will go for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. Ryan Greenhill will take that one upstairs for a ball. 1-1 and counting. Greenhill, I thought he was going to change the side of the box he was batting from. Wouldn't be the first time. It's 1-1, make it 1-2, as we just barely heard contact there. Perhaps that hit the pole. I think we did hear Cartoon say that hit the pole for 2-1. It is 3-1 now, as that one is inside, and we might see Evan walk a second straight batter, but not on that pitch. It's 3-2, it's a full count. But another walk here would issue another run and pull the Goblins within 1 run. Ironclad lead slipping away in much the same way that the balls are now slipping from the hands of Clift, thanks to the rain. Full count, bases loaded, top of the 6th with 2 outs. Goblins trail by 2, the full count pitch coming. Let's see what Clift decides to do. Adjusts the visor there. The 3-2 pitch is a strike. A commanding strike 3 to get out of the inning with only 1 run scoring. While there was a lot of worry, it is 6-4. The Goblins have got 1 extra run, but Evan Clift gets out of the inning without letting too many runs through. I believe we just heard a bodega order there. I believe that might have been of Curtis Sliwa. If you were Curtis Sliwa at a bodega. If I was Ethan Graziano at bat, I would swing at that for a 0-1. It's getting progressively harder to tell who's who. I think that is Tyler Vasquez, but the only way I'm telling is that Ethan has plaid on. But the further away you get, the more it becomes... Well, thanks for wiping the camera clear. I hope that didn't Did that? Nope, that didn't. Okay, thank you. Oh my god! Big hit and a big catch for Miles Cartoon. I believe that was Tyler Vasquez, but I can't tell. I don't know. Is that Graziano there in the dugout? Yeah, it is. Graziano notably has darker checkers on the plaid there. I'll probably keep making this mistake throughout the game, but Tyler Vasquez there could have been a good hit. Will instead go down as a good defensive play rather, for the Goblins. And we're going to get a potential good offensive play here, as I believe Ethan Graziano picks up Little Wiffle. Little Wiffle, a staple bat in the Wiffleball League, the Shumt Wiffleball League here, as it is a shorter bat made for raking for good ground balls, third base line drives. We won't see one there, but we will see an eagerness to swing from Graziano that we haven't seen since the first inning. A 1 count. Make it a 1-1, as the plate discipline is evident. Another great thing about the Little Wiffle is that it encourages you to only swing at what's in the strike zone. You can't really chase when you don't have the bat to chase with. Barely will chase a ball there, but it will go foul for 1-2. But you can barely get around to pitches like that. It really does force your discipline there. Graziano preferring to put the Little Wiffle away and go for a regular Wiffle instead. So clearly, Graziano thinks that if he had a regular Wiffle in that last at-bat, that would have been a good line drive there. But hey, I mean, don't blame the craftsman, blame the tool at the end of the day. That's how some of these people think. 2-2 count. Not a Colgate count. I mean, it's been 6 innings and we haven't said it once. That one will go as a hit. No, it won't. It'll go foul. 2-2 still. Thank you, Desmond Gillick. 2-2 count still as Justy Perez watches that one bounce foul in front of first base. Even if it didn't, that still would have been a ground ball line drive to first. And that one won't be, as that swung on for strike 3. 2 outs at the bottom of the 6th. Vasquez and Graziano down. Now it is the leadoff in James Gibbons, or is this Evan Clift? Hard to tell. Nope, I believe it is. James Gibbons now coming up to bat. James Gibbons getting a lot of words of encouragement. I believe the Ironclads are trying to work out a defensive or offensive strategy here. We might see some real offensive game planning coming up soon, specifically for the Goblins, who will have 3 outs to work with in the top of the 7th to try to get 2 or more runs, with the inclement weather hopefully adding to their offensive output. It goes both ways, of course, as that ball is outside for a ball, but still swung on for a strike. But, you know, if Greenhill was struggling to find the strike zone before, if he was already starting to gas out, he might gas out in a major way now, as the rain just causing these balls to slip from his hand. I suppose it's better they slip from his hand rather than having them stay in his hand. Swung on and almost caught by Greenhill. The throw not made in time. Are they saying it's in time? There are a lot of people saying he's out, but everyone's doing everyone's doing the safe hand signs, but everyone meant out, which I think is fun. Yeah, they're saying that got there in time. We don't really have a way to check. We don't have any first base cameras or anything like that, so we're just going to have to trust all of the excited Goblins defensemen there saying that that was out. So even though Greenhill bobbles that ball in midair, likely slipping through his hands thanks to the rain this time, we are still getting a good throw to first and the end of the inning for the Goblins. Goblins now up to bat. John Larkin specifically. John Larkin could get a good hit here. He is better with runners in scoring position, but it's fine when a ball is issued for the first pitch. Second pitch, also a ball, I believe, although that might have been a strike. Very tough to tell. Gibbons was standing in front. Yeah, we got a 1-1 count signified there, so presumably someone audibly said 1-1. I didn't catch someone saying it. And we won't catch what pitch that was either, but I believe it's a ball inside for 2-1 count, which is what the Chiron is telling me as well. The 2-1 pitch is also inside. It's 3-1 now. Clift trying to find his early game composure, but this inclement weather might be bogging him down. And seemingly it does, as he throws that one down and away for ball 4. Oh, was that Gillick, actually? I think that was Gillick at the plate. I thought he just struck out to end the last inning, no? Whatever. All I remember is that he came up to talk to the camera not too long ago, so... So who's up right now? Is it Cartoon, presumably? Miles Cartoon? Well, we got a good leadoff walk for Desmond Gillick there, and now we're trying to get a good offensive at-bat for Cartoon. That one will go down the Green Hill way, stay in the hand a bit too long, and get thrown in the dirt. 1-1. I believe Cartoon swung at the first pitch he saw. Let's see if he'll swing at this one. He won't, but he will get beamed in the head, right? Yeah, the headshot, 2 balls. Headshots are worth more points. Thank you, Coach Baldock. It's 2-1. Miles holding his head, taking off his hat, presumably, trying to get a bit more leverage here, and he will take that for ball 4. Goblins now advancing. Everyone's looking to get a good rally going here, for the Goblins at least. Ironclads can't really do much defensively if everything's going as a ball. That one will bring up some defense. Gibbons scoops up the ball, throws to third, not in time. Vasquez diving, will not come up with it. Bases loaded? That will likely be ruled as an error, and understandably so, but also technically a fielder's choice, because I believe that was Gibbons got his hand on it, chose to make the throw to third, which is fair, understandable. Could have covered second himself, gotten an out that way, or he could have thrown to first, but still. A good show of sportsmanship. Everyone's all right, even with that diving play there to try to make the catch. Bases loaded now, and I believe this is Nick Cowan, who will scoop, and Gillick will score. They might call that an error as well, understandably. 6-5, 6-5. 6-5. Goblins are out in a big way this inning. 7th inning is normally when most MLB pitchers are pulled, but let's see. The Ironclads don't have anyone to sub Clift out for, so with bases loaded and 1 run already scoring in this inning, Clift will have to stay out there with none out. I believe this is now John Larkin up to bat. And let's see if John Larkin can get a grand slam with bases loaded here. Or this could be, no, it can't be Justy Perez because Justy's on second. So this is John Larkin at bat. The 0-0 is swung on, hit, scooped up by Clift. The throw will not be made in time since no one's covering first. And an offensive rally has come in for the Goblins, who tie the ball game 6-6. Bases still loaded. I believe Greenhill up to bat. After Greenhill will come Gillick again. We will see, at the very least, Greenhill, Gillick, and Larkin all hit again. And we have Evan Clift tying his shoes. We are seeing excitement from this Goblins dugout. They are doing the gritty. They are doing the most. Bases still loaded. We have Larkin on first, Cowan on second, I don't know on third. It's 0-1. I'm sorry, 1-0. That one will go as a ball, and so will that one. It's 2-0. Justy Perez on third. Ryan Greenhill at bat. Will not swing at that one. I believe gets hit. It's 3-0. Ball 3. The 3-0 count. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan completely blocked by Gibbons and will get walked. Justy Perez in to score, and the score is now 6-7. Goblins take the lead back for the first time in what I believe to be 3 or 4 innings. This is big for the Goblins and detrimental for the Ironclads, as now I believe it's Gillick up to bat again. Gillick uncharacteristically swinging at the first pitch that he sees, and also uncharacteristically holding the blue bat. He is running to first. I believe they're saying that he got tagged out. Maybe they're not. What are they saying? What are they saying? There's one out recorded. We've got a lot of running here. But Gillick is still on first, so who was out? Who got out? The ball was scooped up, and I believe they're saying Cowan got out when he was running home. Yeah, Gillick advances. And, yeah. Bases still loaded. One out, still in play. All the balls now thrown back for Clift to pitch. And I believe this is Cartoon up to bat, who will take a strike. It's 1-1. Also up soon, we have Nick Cowan, and we also have Justy Perez. We might see them sooner rather than later, as that one soars for 2-1. We might see yet another walk for Evan Clift in this detrimental inning, as that one soars for 3-1. Let's see. It is a 7-6 ball game. Evan Clift tries to find composure here, but cannot do it. Runners will advance. Gillick, when running to second base, doing a little bit of a jogging skip there, as Larkin will score. It is an 8-6 ball game, and I believe it is Nick Cowan up, but they're saying Justy, so we might get Justy to bat. Justy presumably to bat, but no matter what, we will still see Larkin? Or no, will we see... No, we're going to see Cowan up after Justy Perez. This has been a nightmare of an inning for Evan Clift. Can he get out of it? He won't start to, with that 0-0 count, quickly becoming a 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, fouled off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is upstairs and away. It's 2-1 now. Evan Clift trying to dial in. The rain, the elements, the pressure will make that one soar by. It's 3-1. The 3-1 count, bases loaded, swung on, and no good. It is 3-2. Could admittedly have been a no swing from Perez. Tough to tell. That one isn't tough to tell. He will get another strikeout and record the second out of the inning. Top of the 7th now for Evan Clift. And let's see. 8-6. Cowan up to hit. Nick Cowan, I believe, holding the blue bat, trying to get a big hit here. And he will record a hit. It's scooped up by Gibbons. The throw to third is in time, I believe. They out? Yeah. I think... Are they saying RPS for this? That seemed pretty close. We've got Gillick saying he's safe. Obviously, Tyler will say that that was a out. 9-6. I think they're saying that regardless, and perhaps they're letting Gillick get away with that. Instant replay here. That is close. Actually, that is very close. Gillick might have actually gotten that. Oh, wow, that's tough to tell. Wow, this is an actual... The shuffle there at the end is what's getting me, because clearly Gillick doesn't want to run through the bag, but... Oh, it all depends. I don't think Gillick gets that, but they are giving it to him. They are giving that to him. But that is a close call regardless. I believe the initial ruling on the field wasn't out, but they are giving that to Gillick. That was a close call regardless. Gillick shimmying through instead of running through at third. If he were to run through at third, then he would automatically have to then run to fourth, so run home rather. And in theory, that might have been the smarter play now that I'm thinking about it, because then that would have meant either Clift or Gibbons covering home plate, but a 6-9 ball game. Goblins lead the game 9-6. Base is still loaded, still top of the 7th, and there are still 2 outs. John Larkin up to bat, a big at-bat for John Larkin. He will swing at the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1. maybe the baseball gods, wiffle ball gods rather, will let Evan Clift out of this inning with a quick 1-2-3 strikeout on John Larkin here. Or perhaps he'll have to go to a 1-1 count before he can get the strikeout. The 1-1 will hit John Larkin. It's 2-1. The 2-1 will be swung on, and Gillick will run in to score. But will they say that they were able to make that play at third before? No. Seemingly it's 6-10. Seemingly it is 6-10. I can't say for certain. No, but they're giving him 6-10, but they're saying that was out at third base. It's an interesting question from earlier, because I believe there was an earlier moment where the Goblins were just as timing-wise with the play at first. Maybe they're saying the circumstances are different if it was an out at first in comparison by the out at third, but let's see. It is now a 10-6 game in the bottom of the 7th. I believe actually the Ironclads want this game to be over in 7. I believe that's what was initially agreed upon. You know, ironic, we're on a softball field. They might go for some collegiate softball rules. 7 innings is a bit more intimate. It is a bit more professional. And for an all-star game like this, 7 innings, it's the most you can do. And inclement weather rolling in. It's a cold day here, and with some rain coming, that could only lead to hypothermia. It would be ironic if one year a player gets heat stroke, the next year someone gets hypothermia, or worse, scarlet fever, food poisoning, any of the other ails that can come when you're outside in the cold and wet for great amounts of time. Well, the Goblins had their mound visit before this inning started. They cheered Goblins, and now they have assumed their defensive positions. The Ironclads have also made a bit of a visit there in the dugout. Manager Evan Clift likely trying to rally the troops, so to speak, give a bit of a offensive game plan here in this bottom 7th inning. Yeah, we just heard John Larkin there say we have to speed this up, so they're trying to get this over and done with as soon as possible. 1-0 now, and we've got Evan Clift standing there, bat on shoulder. It's 2-0 now. I didn't even think he had a bat in his hand in the first place, folks, but he does. It is 3-0 as that ball soars outside. And now maybe it will be Greenhill issuing the walks in this bottom 7th inning. The 3-0 pitch is coming any minute now. The 3-0 will go upstairs and over the strike zone. Evan Clift is having another timeout here as he goes to talk to his team in the dugout. Evan Clift will go to first base when this is over, but we are using this time to have a Goblins mound visit as well. These are the situations that are do or die. With one runner already on and no outs, this could quickly get out of hand for the Goblins. And the Ironclads here are looking to make a big comeback late to potentially walk this off. As they are the home team for this game, they do get the luxury of being at the bottom of the 7th inning. And while the Goblins may want 9, they're likely not going to get it today. We just saw John Larkin take his jersey off, then put it back on. I don't know if there was some sort of, physical advantage to that for any reason, but they are trying everything they can at this moment. Greenhill is now pitching against James Bursig. Bottom of the 7th. It is swung on and hit made. Foul. Tip foul.
Landed on the grass.
Just barely foul. They're saying it landed on the grass, not the infield grass, of course, but the foul line grass before the ball made the third base. Yeah, they're saying they made a rule that the grass was foul. They also, I think they made the rule that the dirt, or rather just before the painted line, was foul. So, yeah, third base line drive there will go foul for James Bursig. But that line drive won't be. That will bounce off of Cartoon, and the throw will be errant. Clift continues on to third base, and he's running home and will score. An RBI single for James Bursig, although we've seen a lot of RBI doubles today have the same defensive routine given, where a hit will be made and then a bunch of errant throws will allow the runner who was at first to run around the bases and score, and then the hitter who got the RBI in the first place extend that single into a double. I'm going to take another sippy of my drink here. I hope that Tyler Vasquez doesn't get a home run as I'm doing it.
No. 10-7.
We heard Ethan Graziano trying to get the score to 10-8, but it is, in fact, 10-7.
You can't add your retroactive run.
I don't know where this phantom run is coming through.
Not true. It is true, brother. 10-7.
Okay, I mean, instant replay on that, we don't really know. They're saying that they got the out before Graziano crossed the plate in the end of the 6th inning then. And now we've got a hit from Vasquez, and the throw to first will be in time. They're saying that's out. But Bursig is just running.
Look at your feet. Hey, John, by your feet. That works. Third base coach coming out.
Okay. Third base coach coming to have a bit of a conference there. And I think they're saying Vasquez is out at first, but... Right? Is that what they're doing? I believe that is the first out of the inning. Yeah, Vasquez fully walking back. Tyler is going to go back to the dugout. And I think they're going to give Bursig the third base on that. So it was a sacrifice to advance the runner to third. And that is what they're saying. That is what they're saying. Ethan Graziano now up to bat. Was originally in the box as a lefty, now back to classic righty formation. Graziano squares up and does not take the bat off of his shoulder. A classic technique coming back for Ethan Graziano. It is 1-0. Ironclads aren't just getting walked this inning, of course. They are swinging, as we saw from Bursig and Vasquez. And there is a reason that you should swing, as that ball makes contact with the strike zone. It's 1-1. That ball made contact with the base of the strike zone, but it's still 2-1. Green Hill, even in this bottom 7th, is able to make contact with the strike zone, be it occasional and errant, even though a ball like that is errant and flies over the head of Graziano for a 3-1. This is a 3-1 count with one on. I believe they cut the game audio again. I don't know if there was some sort of audio interference there, or if this is just my personal audio interference. That might be the case as well. Graziano will presumably take that one as a strike, and he does. That is good. This is a 3-2 situation where you, quote-unquote, have to swing. Of course you don't. It's one out, so this isn't do or die, and in fact the walk here is preferential, because then you get runners on the corners. They're trying to psych out Ethan Graziano, and I believe it won't work. That is a 6-ball walk. I trusted what Gillick said just then. He said 4-ball walk, but it was a 6-pitch walk, 6-pitch sequence there. What was it? Ball, strike, ball, ball, strike, ball. Good sequence there, if I remember that correctly. And we've got James Gibbons now up to bat. Bursig on third. Gibbons at the plate. Graziano on first. One out. Bottom of the 7th. Goblins lead 10-7. Leadoff strike will put Gibbons behind the count 0-1. Gibbons golf putts the ball back to Greenhill. A home run here from Gibbons will tie the ball game. A walk here will load the bases. And we've got a 0-1 pitch coming. Swung on! And he doesn't swing at that one wisely. It's 1-2. This is a big at-bat for James Gibbons. It is 10-7 here. and the Ironclads trail by 7. He's able to battle back in this inning, which he starts to there with a deuces count, making it 2-2. A walk here even is more helpful, because then we have bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. And mind you, a 7th inning game like this, as he takes a full count, make it 3-2. 7-inning game, it could all end right here with a crack of the bat from Gibbons to send it into overtime, or perhaps a walk to load the bases. The 3-2 pitch is outside, and now the bases are loaded. I believe it is Tyler Vasquez up to bat. Although I could be wrong. No, Evan Clift comes out of the dugout and is now looking to bat. Vasquez has been standing around for a little minute now. Could be wrong. Perhaps we have Tyler up next, but for the time being, we have Evan Clift up, and let's see if he can have the heroics here. Earlier, we've seen some great offensive plays from Evan Clift. We've seen some great pitching plays from Evan Clift. We've seen that he clearly has some sort of offensive game plan, a game plan he won't need to enact on that pitch, which was all the way up for a 1-0. But he wants to cement some sort of winning strategy here in these final few at-bats of this game. A 2-0 count on that 1-0 ball, down and away. Evan Clift with a grand slam here would fully cement his status as this Winter Classic All-Star Game MVP, and I believe that is a ball that hit Evan there to make the count 3-0. Either way, it is a chance that is quickly slipping away for Ryan Greenhill. A walk here would score another runner, and a walk here would also bring up a pretty difficult situation here, as he would have to get through the final 2 batters with 2 outs. And, of course, then a 2-run margin of error. The 3-0 is outside, and that is a clean 4-ball walk. And now it is 10-8 in the bottom of this 7th inning. Now it should be Tyler Vasquez up to bat. And Clift clearly trying to enact some game plan. Tyler seemingly forgetting it. There's some sort of training that Tyler does not know, and there is also some sort of grand plan that Evan has informed his team of. These high-leverage situations might not be the best for Vasquez. We've seen some offensive struggles, but also, if there were ever a time to get out of a slump, now would be arguably the perfect time. Even a shallow hit here would likely score at least 1 runner, if not 2. And I'll say it again, we do have James Gibbons at second. A run around here would score, that would tie up the ball game. With 2 runners in scoring position and bases fully loaded, this could be a big situation. I think while I was explaining that, they were trying to say that James Gibbons is up to bat, or rather James Bursig, I apologize. But no, it is Tyler Vasquez. I think that's how the order went. I think Tyler batted, maybe it was while James Bursig was already on base, but regardless. Oh, and Vasquez crouched down here, crowding the plate. I don't know if this is the strategy, just cover up the strike zone, but it won't work, as that ball is upstairs for a first pitch strike. That one upstairs again, but all the way so, and now it's a 1-1 count. This is a risky strategy here. That is 2-1 and soaring right by the head of Tyler Vasquez. As the bat being out, I believe just fully covering the strike zone, does give a big target for Ryan to hit. Let's see if he's able to make contact there. I believe he does. I believe that is tip foul on the bat, and it is now 2-2. There's a reason that we've seen batters come up earlier with the bats on the shoulders, as Vasquez now slumps the plastic over the shoulder there because we've got music. Oh, we've got a change in. Okay, well now. Okay, they're saying James Bursig pinch hit here, but admittedly that was a strikeout for Vasquez, and now they've got footage of the American flag. I believe this is real footage too. Let's see, James Bursig, and that is a big hit for Bursig. Rounding the bases now. It is a grand slam. Get out the rye bread and the mustard this time, Grandma. It is a grand salami for James Bursig to end this game. Bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. A grand slam. Ironclads win 12-10. Let's bring you to your Pepsi postgame.
John Larkin, you're coming off a loss in the winter Christmas Classic Wiffleball Wednesday Expedition. How are you feeling? Exhibition, how are you feeling?
I mean, hold on. Let me lean in a little bit here. When you take a look, right? When you take a look at the game in a fuller sense, you're very surprised by the amount of effort, the amount of dedication that all the players had for something like this, you know. I can say for a lot on the guys on the Goblins, you know, we had a former player that hadn't started before, and you know, a bench player essentially, and then we had a free agent. Both of them came in, right, without, you know, an ounce of really playing experience yet, you know, against the Hudson Valley Ironclads, and also just playing with the Goblins and following their rhythm. So for them to come off, play their fullest, right, that's just primo ball, right? You know, that's just what's great. You know, the Goblins, they come together, and you know, through great odds, they arise, right? And so it was close game. We had a little comeback, but I think that, you know, this shows that we have a lot of possible prosperity for the future, and that's pretty good.
What do you think about Ryan Greenhill's pitching?
I could say a lot of bad, but the criticism isn't going to fix the loss. So I'm going to say what was good. You know, what was good is that Ryan definitely has the ability of a closer. You know, during some of his earlier innings, he was pitching. He was an ace pitcher, had a bunch of scoreless innings here and there, right? So for the most part, he's a pitcher that can remain pretty stable throughout the course of a long game, right? And, you know, we get him some help, and I think he plays his role. You know, he's not supposed to play the whole game. The fact that he did was kind of a convenient thing. You know, nobody else wanted to step up, and pitching-wise, he wanted to stay on the mound, so I think he did all right, all things considered.
And what are you looking to amend before the summer solstice annual game?
Well, you know, amend my play. I gotta play a little bit better. Definitely wasn't the big man on the diamond today. You know, a lot of my other teammates did, you know, pretty well, and I kind of felt like I did. It's just good enough. So, you know, step it up with my game, step it up with my energy, and that's about it.
Thank you, John.